Hey, good morning, my beautiful people. In today's video, as it says on the screen, obviously for estate agents, real estate agents across the globe, how to create these little simple little ads that you see on over 2 million websites. So the Gumtree, any local websites that you go to, local newspapers and stuff. How to create these little simple little ads. And I'm actually going to walk through almost sort of the 8 steps of the 10 steps process of actually creating these ads that are dynamically enables you to reach millions of people for less than a shot of coffee essentially every day. So let's go ahead and let's show you how it's done, shall we? So just for clarity purposes, I wanted to quickly share you some websites that you can appear on. Now, like I said, there's 2.5 million websites. Bar social media. Okay, this isn't social ads, so I'll get rid of that for now. But what I want to share with you is that's behind the screen, that's behind the scenes of Google ads. But the ads that you see, and you'll often what they call ad blindness now. Obviously, there's ads everywhere now, and we're all turned off by them. This is an ad here. Obviously, I'm looking for cars, so everyone's hitting up on me on cars. This is the local website to me. This is Gumtree. This is this is a Google ad here for the A-Class hybrid. Obviously, again, they've recognised that I'm in what they call the bucket of people that are looking for a car. And then this is another website, Grantham Journal. Literally, like that's an ad. That's from the same company. This is an ad as well. So this is what they call the Google Display Network. Now, as I said, it's over 2 million websites. I think it's 2.5 million websites across the globe. Typically, people go to the same sort of websites every day, bar social media, like, I don't know, in our world, Rightmove, Zillow, any other websites that are all related to buying and searching for property and that sort of thing. So, landlord information, landlord property investing type of websites. They're all going to have basically rent space out to Google, and not to go too much into it, but they rent space out. So each time that someone clicks, they get a bit of a revenue share. But that's going a bit into the weeds now. But essentially, you can reach people on millions of websites and not pay a penny. It literally is that effective. We only pay here, guys and girls, is that when someone actually clicks on the ad and then goes to the website that you want to take people to. Now, how we do that? Well, stay with me. I'm going to share with you right to the very end. So here's my campaign. Now we've got, obviously, this is behind the scenes of Google Ads. So you'll need to have this set up. You'll also need to have worked out how much a sale is worth to you or a landlord is worth to you, because we do need to put some figures into Google to go, listen, I'm willing to spend up to £5 evaluation or £55 evaluation or £100 evaluation without knowing the math of marketing, and more importantly, knowing your own math. So how many instructions do you need to have each month? How many exchanges do you need to have each month? This is the same sort of level to keep the doors open, basically, because there's no point going out there just willy-nilly putting some money together and just going, yeah, let's just throw it at the wall and see what sticks. Google Ads can be phenomenal at getting you actual new clients. So it's brilliant. So anyway, you must have the maths and you must have all the Google ad tracking in place on your website as well, just so we've got all that. I'm not going to cover that in this video. And obviously, if this is your first time to our YouTube channel, then please hit the subscribe. Give me a little like, drop a comment in if you like this sort of stuff. If you'd like to see more of it. So we're going to hit, initially, we're going to go initially from a blank canvas campaign. We're just going to go for website traffic. Now, there is an argument to go for set up a campaign without any kind of goals in mind, because we need to teach Google what we're looking for. Okay. So we're going to hit some boxes. So we're going to hit the display network and we're going to go down to here to display. So that's what I've just done there. And then we're going to go traditional display network. Okay. We're going to try and avoid the smart campaign or smart targeting. Google is trying to get you to spend more money with them. So the more you can retain control, i.e. of who sees the ad, what types of websites and all that sort of thing, you get better bang for your buck, basically. Once we start getting leads from the campaign, then we can start going, right, let the bot do the work, which is about 30 to 60 days down the line from now. Okay, so we're going to give it your website here. So your website.co.uk / whatever the landing page is. So it might be a Valpal page, it might be a landing page link or something. You put it in here. What it's going to basically do is going to crawl that website, and if it's been optimized and, you know, live and active and secure with a HTTPS, it's going to give you all the images, a little bit of the headlines and all that sort of stuff, and it's going to basically help you a little bit along the way. So straight away, we go straight into the location. So here's where we can do a nationwide campaign, an international campaign, or a very localized campaign. So here we're going to put in some postcodes. So we're going to go we're going to go Chestnut. If I've spelled that right. Yeah, my computer's a bit slow this morning, so let's have a look. We don't want all territories. We want to choose the area. So we want to make sure, and that's one thing to check as well, especially if your computer's a bit slow. Just double check everything before you go live. Now, it will need to go to it won't naturally straight instantaneously go live. It will have to go through a process to get approved. Okay. So if we just do Chestnut here in England, in the United Kingdom. So just check where that is for those who are not in the know. So that's EN postcode. So that's going to be in EN. We're going to do EN10. We're going to do EN, and we're going to basically tell Google to only show our ads to only people in the blue area here. Anyone like, so Hoddesdon, Broxbourne, Wormley, West End, Chestnut. Okay, so just for demonstration purposes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to basically choose the areas that we want to advertise. Now, what I typically do on a bigger, if this was like a 4-office, 5-office branch, I would build out campaigns for individual areas so we can call out local people in the local area. Again, I'm not going to go too much into it. I just want to show you how easy it literally is. We choose the language. Okay, so if you're after other than English, you type in, you know, whether it's French, Spanish here, and that's the receiver, i.e. the customer, the client, has to have that language to see the ad, basically. Okay, so we go next. We set a daily budget. Now, the typical daily budget here is very, very low. So we'll talk about £2 or, you know, $3 or whatever denomination you do. Just choose a couple of euro, dollar, pound, and then we want to look. Obviously, this is the bidding side now, so we're going to basically try and get Google to get conversions straight away. But again, this is a blank canvas campaign, so we haven't got no conversions for it to go after. We've got no benchmark. We've got no history. So initially, we want to basically manual bid, and I typically place. It usually tells you, yeah, it usually tells you here. It's telling me similar sort of campaign, similar sort of targeting is around about 40 pence. Now, I take that as tongue in cheek. That's Google trying to get more money out of me. I tend to go even numbers, or sorry, odd or even numbers. I don't know what that is now. So it's too early in the morning for me to decide whether that's an odd or even. I think it's even or odd. Anyway, either way, it's 21 pence. So I always go for the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 there, just to play about with, basically. So then we're going to go next. And then this is where we really get like down to the targeting. This is where we can basically go, who's going to see our ad? Okay. So now we're going to go, right, Google, show my ads only to people who have now, obviously I've done this many a time, but typically you would find this in the search, in the browse area. So what you can do is you can go, right, you can even go down to male, female. You can go down to what are their habits. So are they shoppers? Are they, you know, you can go real hard here. Now, what they're actively researching or planning is a really good one. Also, there's one here. This is where you do the remarketing. So basically how they've interacted with your business. This is where you set the remarketing up here. But initially, again, blank canvas. These people don't know us. These people might be looking at other agency. They may or may not know us. They might be, they might be looking for agency outside of the town. So we want to be really careful and go, right, let's just show our ads to everyone in market for property. So, and that's just around about the P. There we go, property. This was called real estate, but obviously they've made it into a bit more of a general term. So what we want to do here is do the drop down box and we go to property and we go down to people that are interested in moving and relocating. That's a good one. Okay. And then we're going to go for, in this circumstance, we're going to go for people that are interested in or in market for property for sale. Okay. So that's pretty much it. That's the audience targeting. Okay. What I also like to do as well, just as a bit of an add-on, is do demographic targeting, because we don't want to show our ads really to anyone under 35, which I'd change that. Do that later. We can do that again in a bit, but always make a note. Your website goes here. Okay, so your website, your landing page, not your home page, please, please, please. Your website.com here. I'm just going to put that in for demonstration purposes. That is not a website. That is not my website. I'm sure it's not your website. Okay, you get me. Obviously, it needs to be HTTPS, so it needs to have that secure. It needs to be secure. It needs to have the padlocking. This is where we give it the images. So imagery is really important. Obviously, it's trying to crawl my website now that doesn't exist, but it's trying to find some websites. Okay, all right, okay. Well, it's trying to, yeah, it's obviously there must be a website for it, but it's not our website. But I want to find some images that I've recently used. So recently used is a pretty good one. If you've got history, if you haven't, what you do is go to upload. Now, the sizes of the imagery in the dynamic. So for some strange reason, some of my images have been flipped upside down, which is really annoying. But I haven't had the chance to actually go in and change them, but I'm not going to bother now for demonstration purposes, really. This is just to highlight how easy it is. Once you've got all the imagery, and if your computer is good, here we go. So I'm just going to take these just for speed. So I usually like go out and take a picture of myself, a selfie. Don't know why they're flipped, really annoying. But we can change those later, but I'm not, I did say that 3 months ago, 4 months ago. But if we just chose that image there, it basically goes, right, we're going to choose one ratio, and the images need to be 1200, similar to your Facebook and your Instagram. It needs to be 1200 by 628 pixels. And then another ratio is 1200 by 1200, which is a square. So just to really demonstrate with you today, obviously I've got all these preset, guys, so you'll have to just excuse me, but you can upload as many as you can. Google like up to about 8 images. Now, for congruency purposes, it needs to be representative of the job that you're looking to get. So whether it's a landlord, whether it's a tenant, it must be representative of what you're looking for. So obviously it's pulled in here, website stuff, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to go get a free online valuation. We're going to create some headlines. I like the word get because it's very intent. It's very like you get a free home valuation. Now you'll see here along the top there, you've got 30 characters on the headline, but you'll also see as you go down the left hand side, you've got headlines. And what it basically does over time, Google will choose the best headline the best description and the best image. If you give it images to play with, it'll work out the best one for you. Now that will be on the basis of click through. So how many people actually see the ad to how many people click on it, which is called a click through rate, CTR. Also, you'll have conversions on the back of it. So people that have gone to the website, hopefully either phoned you or or filled in the form that you sent people to. So they must have basically gone through and taken an action. Over time, then we can basically go and get me more people that actually fill out the form, which is really, really cool. On the right hand side of this, obviously you can see already, you'll see a lot what it basically looks like, which is pretty cool. So you haven't got what I like about this is we haven't got to go and get a designer, which is always good. We haven't got to go and outsource to a graphic design team, marketing company or whatnot. We just literally go out to town. This is what we can do. Give it some nice photos. I like the selfie style because it's a people business. So people like to see people. It's great that we've got a nice posh house here with a nice driveway, but this is, again, just demonstration purposes. So we give it headlines. We give it up to 3 headlines, all about getting them to go, right, the end of the valuation. And then this is where we obviously fill out the descriptions. Obviously, it's picked out some random stuff. I'm going to leave it in here. You scroll down, you give it your business name. Okay, we can actually brand it as well. So we can basically go, right, let's have a look at I think that's UTM or tracking templates are a little bit more advanced feature, but we can actually add colors. So if you've got a particular brand feel, then you can add colors to the outside and the text and that, which is really, really nice. It's a good feature. So you can keep it in brand. You can also upload your logo. Again, same sort of thing has to apply. You just need to, it'll probably ask me for a logo here actually if I go to upload this, but also there's also a warning there that doesn't belong, it needs to have HTTPS there. So again, your website needs to have a HTTPS, but I don't want to make this war and peace. I just want to show you how easy it is to actually create a simple dynamic ad that literally is one of those ones that you go, how do they know what I'm doing? Well, Google know exactly what we're doing. They got us by what we're looking for every day. So, and then we go, right, what's next? So we go next. Audiences, I'm just going to check. So we're bidding. So this is where we can just basically check what we're doing. So we just go, right, publish campaign. Your campaign is ready to publish. It's going to give me 1.4 million impressions, which is pretty cool. I'll take those sort of figures by tongue in cheek, to be fair. I don't really tend to go too much on it. Then once you've been running for 14 to 20 days, hopefully I'll have spent a bit of budget, and I can also work out how many clicks I've had, or how many impressions is one thing. How many clicks I've had, hopefully how many phone calls or whatnot. Once we've set it up, this isn't set and forget. I must admit, it's not a set and forget platform. It is. You do need to work it and optimize it. Now, optimizing is obviously an advanced strategy. If you've got any questions about that, then drop in a comment below. Again, if it's your first or second or third time and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like this channel. If you like this video, then encourage me to do more. Ask me what you would like, drop in a comment below about what you'd like to learn. We cover obviously Google search, we cover display, as I've just demonstrated here. We should show you how to do remarketing, which is the strategy that I've just done here. And then we also show you about YouTube advertising, which is a phenomenal, part of Google. But that's pretty much it. So we let that then get approved. Usually takes about 12 hours. So come back tomorrow, have a look at it. See what results we got. Obviously, this is not a live campaign. This is just to demonstrate how simple it is, and how easy it is to start and run and get brand awareness for literally 2 or 3 quid a day. Not even that, And again, the beauty of this, guys and girls, is we can be on every website across town and pay nothing, and you only pay the 21 pence or cents or euro or whatever it is cent if someone clicks on the ad. Now, if they're going to click on the ad, they're most likely going to be interested. they've at least been exposed to your brand and they've been around your website. Then there's a conversation about conversions and stuff, which I'm not going to talk about in this video. So anyway, any questions, drop in below, any comments. But again, subscribe, like the video. Speak to you on the next one. Take care.